every Guardian has seen the shader videos, the Faceless Hunter videos in their recommended. I certainly have. And today we've got a treat. We are joined with one of the leaders of the Destiny fashion movement, Boneless Revenge.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back, Guardians, to another TDT video. I'm your humble host, Isnt777. Today we have quite a treat for you today. Like I said, you've seen him around, I'm sure. He's kind of a new up-and-coming trend, and it's quite cool to get to talk to him. Boneless Revenge, one of the, I would say, probably the handful of creators who are starting to jump on this trend of Destiny, as it were, this Destiny fashion movement. And we're going to just Q&A a little bit. We're going to try to put more of the spicy, more specific questions towards the end. So if you want to get some of that, just make sure you stick through all the way to the end. But yeah, thank you so much, Boneless, for joining. I know this was very short notice. You're very cool about the whole thing.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So first of all, how did you get into Destiny?
So me and my friend, we were playing Call of Duty, and we were super bored. I'm
already in love with this conversation.
I don't want to play this anymore.
Yeah, okay.
And then we both went to Steam. And then that just happened to be the week that Destiny went free to play. And they were like, you know what? We're going to download it.
So you're really new to the Destiny scene, like comparatively. Like you're not like one of the...
Yeah, I have not been... I started playing the second week Shadowkeep came out.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, so...
Yeah, I'm no Destiny OG.
Yeah, hey, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Regardless of how long you've been here, right? You've definitely established yourself as having sort of like your niche, right? And in particular, it was your Faceless Destiny or Faceless Hunter video that really exploded. Do you have any ideas to like what happened and why for the people who are maybe trying to get into the YouTube scene to try to have something like that happen?
To be honest, I have no clue why it blew up. That was the first video I really tried on that I've made. Like if you go back to some of my YouTube videos, you'll see a lot of them are just kind of stupid posts that I put up with my friends. And that video just exploded. I honestly I don't think I could tell you why it exploded. It was kind of like I don't want to say like a bait, because it wasn't a bait, but it's a click-worthy kind of video.
Yo, definitely catches people's eye.
Had a good thumbnail.
Yeah, definitely.
Nobody really knew what it was. I would say that's probably what caught people's eye.
For sure. Yeah, it's definitely... I was... when we talked to MP Edits, this is one of the things I shouted out. It's like, there's an art and a science to making a good thumbnail, right? And
100%.
It definitely feels like if you can nail that, then, you know, you're golden. And your channel has exploded since then, so you do primarily like things like shaders and, you know, ornament combinations and such, which, ironically, I'm amazed I haven't seen thus far. Like, you would expect
Me too.
Yeah, like, again, throwing out MP Edits here, we talked about this, like, when you were trying to establish yourself as a Destiny content creator, you need to find your niche. You need to find the thing that makes you particularly special. And I'm honestly amazed nobody else has thought about, I mean, props to you, right? To think to do that Destiny, right? Because that's such a key part, and especially with things like Transmogs coming out. I'm sure you're excited about that, just in terms of the channel, right? But anyhow, yeah. So anyhow, let's get more into some of the other details here. So, in particular, why? Obviously, you know, you put out that Faceless Hunter video, and that was one that really exploded. But what made you get into specifically the more fashion-oriented sense, or is it just something out of the blue?
So, call me cringe, but I played a lot lot of Fortnite.
That is pretty cringe.
To this day, a little bit.
Hey, you know that word. You know that word's a bad word on this channel, right?
Yeah, it's a swear word. I'm not supposed to say it.
Yeah.
I do play that game, or not nearly as much as I used to, but I played it a lot. And I was really interested in making the skin combos look good. Like with the skins and the back wings and the pickaxes and stuff. And then I stopped playing that game. I went to COD, and I was really interested in making the camos look good.
Gotcha.
And I came to this guy. I've just always liked making my characters in game look good.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So, all right, let's talk about some more of the specifics here. So, obviously, you're newer to Destiny. What, in particular, what have you found that you really enjoy about the game that's maybe different than like Call of Duty or Fortnite or whatever it may be?
Call of Duty and Fortnite, Fortnite's not really boots on the ground like Call of Duty is, but the reason I like Destiny so much is because it's space magic.
Just the theming.
That's fun. Yeah, it's fun, you know.
Gotcha.
I don't like boots on the ground games. I don't know why I liked COD so much, because there's nothing special about that game. It's just like Battlefield. You just run around, shoot things.
Okay.
Destiny has an aspect that's just different from all the other games,
right?
Both in raids and in gameplay, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things that I, in particular, when I started playing as well, right? Like that was something that caught me. It's like it's hard to kind of put your finger on it, you know. It's like it's kind of this weird mix between, like you said, kind of like that boots on the ground. Like I call it like a more directed gameplay and more sandboxy, right? But there's this nice nexus, this nice mix between the two ideas that makes Destiny feel special. In particular, like for me, I love the way that the gun feels. And, you know, over the years of getting to play this, like people ask me, like, why do you keep coming back? Especially when we have complaints about the game, because, you know, we've been here for a minute, and, you know, one of the things we do every now and then is criticize the game. We say, like, hey, this is a problem. This is something that needs to be addressed, or, you know, something that needs to be changed. And people ask, well, why do you keep playing the game? And I think in particular, it's the way that the gunplay feels on top of, like, the mix of the social and the sandbox style of things. I don't know, does that sound anything like what you're trying to go for there in terms of yeah, what you're playing?
It's just it's a game different from everything else in both puzzles. There's no other game
that caught my attention
like
too.
this
Yep.
in terms of like raids and stuff and like day one. And then in my opinion the gunplay is just awesome.
Yep.
The story, as cool as the characters are and stuff, in my opinion, the story could use a little work.
Agreed. I think
I feel like the story rides on lore alone.
Yep. I think you'll get a big ol' amen from literally the entire Destiny community in regards to that, because it's very much kind of backloaded, if that makes sense. It doesn't really like the latest story with Keitel is like probably some of the best storytelling we've gotten in a very long time.
Because they're showing us it.
Exactly. They're showing, and they're not
like
just
the
telling
normal
us.
story's trash.
Yep.
And then the lore is good, but who wants to sit there reading while you're playing a video game?
Yeah, exactly. Like you want to play the story. You don't want to just have the story told to you, right?
You want to watch a cutscene.
Maybe I don't know.
Play through it.
Maybe
you don't want to just read books.
Exactly. Maybe if I got an audiobook from the creator or for the voice actor for Lord Shaxx, it'd be bearable. But until then, yeah, I love seeing Keitel drop the people's elbow on a random scion. Like that's what I'm going for right there, right? But anyhow, so what is it that you're planning on taking your channel? Like, what do you have? You want to just keep doing like this Destiny fashion thing? Do you think that you've kind of found your niche, or do you think you want to expand out more? Like, what do you think is like your end goal for your channel?
Well, I want to do something I enjoy, but I also want to do something that people actually watch. I tried streaming COD, and I did not get very many viewers, so I did not try that one again. And honestly, I'm not a huge fan of COD. The main reason I played it is because my friends play it. They're on consoles, so they can't play like Destiny with me and stuff yet.
Right.
So I played COD with them, and my COD account just got hacked the other day.
Oh no!
And now I don't have it, so I've been playing Destiny, and a lot. For the first time in a very long time, I've been playing. So
I would have to bleep out so many F words. My gosh.
Yeah.
That's so.
I want to keep my channel going forward with Destiny.
Right.
I don't think I'll expand to something like Lucky 10p, like news kind of stuff.
Right.
I want to keep it cosmetic. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. We'll have to see. I like looking good in video games.
Yeah.
And I want to do what I enjoy.
This possibly might be a bit of a. I'm not obviously trying to put you on blast, but I'm just, you know, I just legitimately like to ask this stuff, right? I'm just trying to be honest. Yep. Do you think that there's a end point to the fashion stuff? Do you think you'll ever run out of I mean, let's be honest, Destiny has a lot of fashion related stuff, right? But like realistically, like I'm not trying to like put you on blast or anything, but realistically, do you think that will eventually get to a point where you can't do anymore? Because that's something we've experienced where we're just trying to put together like builds and such. Like there's only, despite there being a lot in the game, there's only so many different combinations that really work outside of them being kind of like, not that great, right? Yeah. So I'm wondering if you've ever bumped up against that as well, or you think that you're going to bump up against that if you do what your plan is.
I'm trying to keep my videos, because they're short, they don't take a ton of effort to make, so I don't think I have any excuse to be uploading videos once a week. Or even less than that, because they're short. I barely even edit them. I trim them because there's no need to edit them. I pride myself in that my videos are short and to the point and not clickbait. Some people say my titles are clickbait, but they're not clickbait because I do exactly what I say in the title.
Yeah, no,
that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I've seen your videos. It's like I've seen those comments too. It's like that's not the case. Like it's different if somebody says somebody does a triple backflip off a 3-story building and they don't actually do that, or somebody actually legitimately does a triple backflip off a 3-story building, right? Which anyway, continue on. I'm sorry, I interrupted.
But I don't. As long as Destiny keeps, especially with Transmog coming out.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be a huge issue. Maybe I'll have to slow down videos a little bit. Maybe three videos a week or something. I don't know, but I think I'll have a pretty healthy balance because of Transmog coming out. I'm gonna have so many things to make. New shaders coming out. and a new season coming out in a couple days, 22. I think I'll have a pretty good time.
Oh yeah,
so
for
far.
sure.
I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but I think my future's planned out pretty well.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like I said, I was just legitimately curious because Transmog absolutely is going to propel. Like, you are in the right place at the right time. Like, I'm telling you right now.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Transmog is going to be perfect for the channel.
Yep, exactly. Because like you got popular before Transmog, and now Transmog is going to hit, and it's just going to catapult you forward. You know. Yep. So that's super cool. That's super cool. Do you plan on making YouTube a career, or is this something that you're just going to do on the side?
I want to do something I enjoy to make money. I want to become a lawyer.
Oh,
that's what I've been trying to do for a really long time.
Interesting.
YouTube is a nice way to make some money on the side.
Right.
I'm getting my driver's license soon. All my stuff's starting to come together, and some money coming from YouTube, as well as something I enjoy doing. It's nice, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
But no, I don't want to make YouTube a career.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, because we're on the other side of things. Like, I'm getting out of college, and something I've always wanted to do is to do YouTube, right? I've always wanted to kind of make that a thing, and we're trying to push for that now. But yeah, that's interesting. So, lawyer, huh? What led you to that? To being a lawyer. What was the mindset that went into that?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't like it when people get snaked out of things. Because they can't argue well enough. Right. I want to be able to stand up for them without throwing fists, you know? I don't like it when people lose a bunch of money that's for something that's not their fault because they didn't have a good lawyer or they couldn't fight on their own. Right.
Well, I mean, regardless of Destiny or not, we need good people in the world, right? And, we obviously can talk about this community in particular, but there's never a shortage, or I guess I should say, there's always a shortage of good people in the world, right? But anyhow, if you could add one thing to Destiny, what would that be? I know it's kind of like an out of the blue question.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to think about that one. This game, in my opinion, needs to be more like Warframe. Warframe.
All right.
I hate Warframe. I hate the third-person aspect of it, and I just don't like how it plays. But they got something right, and it's the mobility.
Gotcha. All right.
2 of the 3 classes are too slow.
So
speed them up, Bungie.
Are you saying the Titans are the slow ones?
Titans are no.
Well, I mean, I guess we've all got our classes like Top Tree, Dawnblade, Behemoth, Titan, but Hunters in general.
Hunters has nothing.
Really? Okay, you must. Okay, time out. You must be a Hunter main.
Yes.
Yep, I knew it. Hunter mains always say we're the slowest class. I always hear Hunter mains say they're the slowest class.
Flies across the map. Anchor stats is just speed, and what do we have? We can jump.
Oh my gosh! But you've got it's short bursts. You got short bursts of movement. The dodge and the jump is insane. Okay, next question. Hold on.
Class is good, but the mobility class should be the fastest class, not the magic. If we had this conversation before this season, it would definitely be PvE. But this season, I've been really playing a lot of PvP. A lot.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm having a newfound respect for PvP.
Yeah,
it sounds weird because this is the season of stasis, but honestly, when everybody else is dropping out, I'm actually liking it a lot. Stasis is annoying, but now that it's a little more fair, it's honestly pretty fun.
It's fairer, I would say. I was going to ask you. That was going to be my next question. What do you think about stasis? What's your opinion of stasis?
It's stupid. But I also think that anything that can freeze and just make you unable to move is inherently OP on its own, and nothing you can do can change that.
Yeah, that was my kind of argument with it as well. It's like Destiny is a movement-based game. Like, we're setting up a. By the way, for you viewers at home, we're setting up another interview like this for Ascendant Nomad, and this is definitely one of the things I'm going to talk about. But Destiny is a movement-based game at the end of the day. Yes, it's a shooter, but ultimately, it comes down to how you can position yourself, use your abilities, and space things out, right? And stasis is just in my opinion, stasis is just one of those things that goes so hard against that. It makes it just clearly the top dog just by its very nature, just by its very design. In my opinion, it's one of the strongest things, and probably always will be one of the strongest things, because it's, you can just remove the most powerful thing in somebody's kit, which is generally movement, right?
And it doesn't only apply to this game, it applies to every game. Something like a stun grenade in Warzone, anything that freezes is overpowered.
I don't think I'll take it that far. I don't think I'll take it that far.
It's just
it's strong.
intrinsically
Oh yeah, for
overpowered.
sure. I
There's
don't know about
nothing you can do to change
overpowered.
that.
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
about overpowered, but
it's
strong
just,
for
it's
sure.
always, no, I would say if you can use it right, it's always overpowered. Even if they nerf stasis to the ground, if some wizard can figure out how to use this freeze well and just completely, that's just free kills every single time. There's
Yeah, it
nothing you can
depends
do
on the
about that.
game for sure. Because I'm thinking like
It does depend
specifically.
on the game,
Yeah, I'm
but
thinking
in my
specifically like
opinion,
things like Overwatch, right? Where
something
movement.
that completely, yeah,
Yeah, movement isn't as important, right? Like it's more about coordination and such. Like getting
yeah.
obviously it depends on how far it goes, right? Because you could make even things like healing, which is generally looked at as kind of being kind of off and on in terms of powered, you know, in terms of where it sits in the game, right?
Yep.
But yeah, specifically within Destiny, because of how it's built up, right? The slows and the freezes will always be the top dog for things to keep an eye out for. So I kind of got off in the weeds there, but that's what this whole thing's about, right? That's what this whole thing's about. So anyway, do you have any complaints? Being that you're kind of new to the Destiny community, do you have any complaints with regards to either the game or the community as a whole? I know that you recently got caught up with Lucky and the whole Faceless Hunter thing, and then like what was cool is both of you made videos going like, hey, that y'all need to chill. The community needs to chill. Like none of us, neither side here is upset at the other. Neither side is trying to steal from the other, right? You in particular.
I have no complaints with the Destiny community. The people have been extremely nice to me. They've done a lot of good things for me. I have a couple mods in my Discord server that have done wonders for fixing my server. So thank you, DZPZ and Lumen. You guys are awesome. So the community is amazing.
That's good to
There's
hear.
some stinkers in there. I don't want to make fun of anybody.
Every community has its stinkers, though.
Yeah, everybody has it, but for the most part, this is a very good community.
It's good to hear.
And I also think that this game, I like to talk, when I talk about this game, I don't like to focus on the past. Because what's the point? That just makes salt. There's no point.
Right.
So in terms of this season, I really like the game right now. I think that the removal of weekly bounties was the exact thing that they should have done. They could have not done anything better. I really, really like the seasonal challenges. I think that for someone that doesn't play the game a ton, I think that it's really, really, really good.
Gives you time to do the things.
Yeah, and you can always come back on like the day that they're hard. So like do a GM, win 7 rounds of trials. Sure, it takes some skill, but
that's what they're for, though, right?
You don't have to finish all of them.
Yeah.
I don't like the aesthetic of it. I never liked the Cabal enemies.
Ugh.
They were always my least favorite.
The freaking we've got Pinhead Larry. The face, the Hunter's face looks terrible, and the Warlocks have balls. Like it's. Ugh. I remember seeing the season's arm, and I'm like, why? Why did we do this?
For the season would be I don't like the art design. Everything else is perfect. Yeah. Absolutely perfect. This is exactly how when I envision this game, this is exactly how I envision it.
Are you a bring back Rift kind of guy? I know that you're new, so you probably aren't even familiar with it. But have you heard that maybe come through your channel, or is that something?
No, not really. I don't even know what that is.
We got to get you on the bring back Rift gang because basically, to quickly summarize before we wrap up here, basically Rift was a game where essentially a ball would spawn.
Yeah.
And you'd have to go.
That you bring back. I remember that now.
Dunk it into the zone. Also SRL, I'd love to see SRL come back too, but
I feel like it's cool. I think they should only bring back one of those for one, because there's always those people that are saying this is another complaint that I have about the community. People, they always come, and this is not making fun of anybody, but people always complain in this
yeah.
they're never fully satisfied, and I think sometimes they're justified. Like Season of the Hunt and Season of the Worthy, they have every right to complain there. But I think right now this game is in a good place.
Agreed. Yeah,
and instead of just complaining about everything, it could instead just be some criticism, like some constructive criticism. Because right now, this game is in a very good spot, in my opinion.
Agreed. Yeah, I think that definitely comes down to like the things that are good people take for granted, right? Like one of the things that I've shouted out a lot when we talk about like design and balance and the community as a whole is that, roughly speaking, this is one of the most balanced weapon metas we've had in a long time. Yeah, Felwinter's is a problem.
I don't really like it,
120s is a problem, but
it's not the worst.
It's not like it's a you absolutely have to run this sort of situation. In a lot of previous seasons, because I know you're kind of new, there's been seasons where it's like you absolutely have to run this if you want to be competitive.
Auto rifles and stuff. You have to.
Yeah, and now it's like, yes, you can. Yes, they are the best, but you still have a lot of room to work with. Like one of my favorite combos right now is a bow and a sidearm with a quick swap combo, and it's damn effective. Just because there's enough room to make stuff like that work. So, anyhow, any closing thoughts you want to throw in here before we wrap up?
Not really. Just thanks everyone, anybody that's coming from my channel. Thanks everyone for the support. You guys have really changed my YouTube. So we're actually really close to 20K. I was gonna make a video on that soon. So.
I'm only mildly jealous, by the way, that you're. We've been at this for like a year and a half, and you're surpassed us. Anyway,
I don't know why my channel blew up so much, but yeah, I can't thank you guys enough. So.
Thank you. Awesome. That's awesome. All right. You guys, go subscribe to Boneless Revenge's channel. He does all the cool shaders and transmog stuff when they come out. I'm sure he'll be on top of that. He's a really cool guy, as you guys have gotten to see. We chat with a little bit. Go subscribe to his channel. Maybe leave a comment if you've got somebody else that you want for us to talk to. Maybe, of course, subscribe to our stuff if you want to see more of this stuff. Like I said, next week I'm planning on having Ascendant Nomad on the channel, so if you want to catch that. But anyway, thank you all here for joining us. Do you know the outro line, Boneless? Not everybody knows the outro line.
I don't.
Oh, you don't know the outro line. Bless your faces and deuces.